So we do believe that there are real saving benefits to baptism, but those things aren't necessarily tied to the time at which baptism is given to the person. The benefits of baptism are only for those who are actually saved. So the book of Hebrews has the warning passages that I believe calls us to remain in covenant with God, not to turn away from God, to follow him and to remain in covenant with him. I believe that in 1 Peter 3, where it says that baptism now saves you, that baptism actually is something that saves you, but he's also talking to believers there. So for the unbeliever, does baptism save them? The answer is no, because what they're doing, an unbeliever who is baptized then is taking to themselves something that doesn't belong to them. They're claiming a clear conscience before God that they don't have because they haven't made peace with God through Jesus Christ.
So I feel like what you said is just in contradiction with each other. Because you just said baptism saves, but then you just said then person that's an unbeliever and they get baptized, they're not saved. So
Well,
it's like
baptism saves the believer. It doesn't save the unbeliever. There's real grace found in baptism. It's one of the means that God draws us to himself. The same with the Lord's Supper, preaching of the gospel, reading the scriptures, all means that God draws people to himself. Those things are only effective for salvation for those who believe and receive them in faith. What I'm not going to argue is that someone can come off the street, say, please put some water on me, and then I'm saved.
Well, of course.